Good morning. It is Friday, May 3rd. It's the GGHOP, the Guaranteed Genuine Honest to Goodness 1 hour podcast. We're going to start it off with the GGHOP joke water pistol rapid fire fun to start your morning. Here we go. In Copenhagen, Danish police pulled a woman over. She locked herself in her car and refused to talk. Guinness World Records was called as well for citing that it was probably the first time that a woman didn't have something to say. Ric Flair. From Sky News in New Zealand, a ram killed by police after elderly couple found dead in a paddock at their home near Auckland. Officers were confronted and approached by the ram. After assessing the situation, they shot the ram dead. Services for Kurt Warner will be held this weekend. Donations to the team in lieu of flowers, please. Sport joke for you. Pottstown, Pennsylvania. A Catholic priest spent $40,000 of church money on Candy Crush slot machines, they say. The slot machines named in the complaint like Cash Frenzy, Willy Wonka's Vegas Casino Slots, and Wizard of Oz slot machine game do not award real money for wins in the game, but they do allow you to spend real-world money to play. These facts tipped off Catholic officials that the priest was not a Catholic, but a Southern Baptist. You're Catholic, you're not a gamble. Jesus, right?
Oh, okay.
And from Mission 350 local, okay, 350 dead go unclaimed in San Francisco each year. Here is what happens to them. And it ends up that when people pass away and they don't have anybody to claim them, the city pays for cremation services and scatters them at sea. San Francisco Mayor London Breed is both pleased and envious of the program, as she would like to cremate unclaimed retail space in the city. And finally, from the UPI, a British man ran a distance of 1 mile through the water in a swimming pool in an attempt to break a Guinness World Record. Adam Lopez, 37, ran the mile in 35 minutes and 24 seconds. When asked about his record, Lopez said the time was easy. It was the 7,144 laps that was tough. Roll the theme song.
Up on the internet, what do you see? Clickbait, politics, dressed as comedy. Who's outraged? Who's doubling down? The GGHOP is here to turn it all around with an ancient idea called having fun. Sounds a little scary, stick around, don't run. In the next 60 minutes, begging you to try. Open up your echo chamber and ditch your tribe. There's just one mission by which we're led, to put a big fat smile upon your head. The song is almost done, time to stop the show, but there might be something left that you'd like to know. What's GGHOP mean? It's your right to ask. The Guaranteed Genuine Honest to Goodness 1 hour podcast.
Hello there. It's the GGHOP, the Guaranteed Genuine Honest to Goodness 1 Hour Podcast. I'm your host, Bill Gant, along with James Swinford.
Good morning.
And Karen Haynes.
Good morning.
It's all sponsored by Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia, Fry Pies Chicken, the whole lot. Also by Frankfurt Beer Works.
Frankfurt Beer Works.
And we're broadcasting live from the tap room at Frankfurt Beer Works in the heart of the Christian Ridge Historic District. All right. So, first things first, again, we're sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. Appreciate it. Glad to have you along. Just a reminder, fish out there, our winner for April.
From the YouTube.
From the YouTube. And I think now what we're going to do for the next month, we'll put a little something together, but I think we're going to look for a comment across any platforms. James, is that your idea?
Yeah, somebody needs to start leaving some comments on some shit.
There we go.
Tell us if we're doing bad or doing good or suggestions for new shit or just, hey, I want to win some money to go to Wilson's Farm Market.
Sure. So we're looking in the month of May. You can comment on Rumble. You could comment on YouTube. You could comment on a YouTube short if you haven't checked those out. Several people have. You could also comment on X too. So just leave us a comment somewhere there,
The X.
and we'll pick a winner from there. So you just got to say something.
You also get this sweet shirt.
And you get the sweet shirt and a $100 gift card from Wilson Farm Market. If you're out of the area, we can send it to you. But again, people come from Ohio, Michigan, Kentucky.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling too. You could probably. I don't know. Maybe you could shop online with him. Maybe he would send it to you. We can figure it out. We'll figure it out. No problem. Karen, you look like you're going to say something. Speaking of saying something. No. Nothing? Nothing. You have nothing to say. Okay.
I'm just all ears.
Okay. All right.
I turned them up.
That's the deal. And I had someone last night. My son had a music concert, and someone came up to me and said, "Hey, so who's going to wear the cheddar loaf jalapeno bikini?" So I've already had a person ask. So we're looking into it. I'm going to get fitted soon. Maybe we can make a little video about that. Well, it'll be a lot of fun. So again, because we had over 100 subscribers and over 1,000 views on a video. So small goals. I know. Steps we're going.
Baby steps.
But we want to give something back to the people who've been so good to us. And what would be a better way than that than one of us to wear a jalapeno cheddar loaf bikini. Right?
I have no cleavage, if that helps.
It's okay. Neither one of you are going to wear it. It's going to be me. So, I mean, yeah. Plus, yeah. Look at that. God, it's going to look so good. And that day when I do wear it, we'll do I'll stand up like at a podium, so you can constantly see it. Yeah, I don't want you to have to like not be able to see it. So it'll be a lot of fun. Well, how about these stories? So in Copenhagen, not a big deal. Routine traffic stop on a highway in Denmark's capital turned unusual as a 26-year-old woman locked herself in a car and refused to speak to the police after they pulled her over. That happens sometimes.
It's funny if you say Copenhagen around here, you get a totally different answer.
Copenhagen?
Yeah, it's the chew.
Yeah.
Dip it. Yeah, I get it. Pulled over near the town of Kogi on Wednesday for talking on a handheld cell phone while driving and not wearing a seatbelt. That's why the person was pulled over.
Yeah.
Police also noted that the tires on her car were worn out. There was no rear window, and the vehicle's insurance had expired.
That's real?
The no rear window at first, when I read this, I thought, well, I was thinking she's knocked it out. So, I mean, just go in through the back window.
Yeah.
But it was knocked out, and she's put in like wood or something in the back of the car, so you can't get in it. So I was thinking the back windows, just jump in the back. Hey, ma'am, excuse me. That kind of thing. To open the car, the officers had to call a mechanic. Inside the car, police found 2 folding knives, leading to additional charges. So, and in this story too, this is not their first time, but this made the news. You know what I mean?
That's somebody who's rough.
Well, I think when you get pulled over, you should listen to what they're saying. If you listen, 99% of the time you're gonna be fine. I think.
Yeah, you still don't have to say anything.
You could say nothing.
Yeah.
But if they tell you to, would you please roll your window down so I can talk to you? Would you please do this? It's probably a good idea. If you do nothing and you crack the window and you push your license up there and do that one, you're getting a ticket.
Yeah.
So, just these people doing a job. Most of the time, they're just going to pull you over and give you a warning. They don't want to give you a ticket. Or if you've been speeding, I know they'll do. I'm just going to maybe just say you didn't have your seatbelt on. Have you ever had that happen?
No.
Or if they give you the speeding ticket, it's $300. Or I can give you this $25 seatbelt thing. So we'll just, I don't think I saw you with your seatbelt on. So they give you that one instead and give you a warning for the ticket. Yeah. I think I told the story about the guy through Deer Creek, right? That whole thing. The time I got the ticket, I've already told that story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
So, I mean,
yeah.
the time I was honest with a police officer, he pulled
Yeah.
me over 4 minutes later with a suspended license. I mean, if I'd done the whole not talking thing, passing it through, going right to jail. So listen to what they say. Give them a break. Good God. Come on. New Zealand. I didn't know how to go with this one. This is unfortunate. Okay. So in New Zealand, these elderly couple were killed by a ram that they were in their little pen of animals they were raising. The pair who died in Waitakere, rural West Auckland, were in their 80s. A relative said they were good people and didn't deserve this fate. Well, there was one I was thinking about, like, who does? Who wants to see somebody ran over by a ram? The pair in their 80s were found dead by their son in a paddock attached to their home.
Oh, God.
And the police arrived at the scene at 7:30 local time, confirmed the ram was in the paddock, and then, like I said, they confronted and approached, it says, by the ram. They were confronted and approached by the ram, and after assessing the situation, they shot him. So, yeah. So I had another joke, too, where the ram's mom came out and said he was nothing but good, and he did good things, and he was a good boy, and. But then I thought the Rams.
Yeah,
I thought
the
sports.
Rams.
That'd be fun too. Have you ever been hit by a goat? Have you ever been chased by
No,
something
an
like this
animal.
before in a pen?
Not
No.
necessarily.
Okay.
Thank God.
Pigs are kind of out of control when they fucking want to be.
Well, there's truth to that. I mean,
Yeah.
if you really they will eat
Yeah.
people.
Clinton County Daily News.
Yes.
A semi holding, I don't know how many gallons of pig's blood spilled.
Ew.
Yeah.
Any placentas in there?
I don't know. It was
Ew.
in Delphi.
It was in Delphi. That's a town just north of here. If you're
Yeah.
from far away.
You can haul
Yeah.
around pig's blood. I mean,
We
that's,
got Indiana Kitchen, or what's it called?
Oh yeah.
Packers.
Indiana
Beef
Packers,
Packers.
which they make. Don't they make Indiana Kitchen bacon?
Yeah.
Is that the place?
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you get that kind of bacon from wherever you live, that's where it comes from.
and most of Indiana's tenderloins come from there too.
That's
Yeah.
right. Hey, tenderloins are popular here.
Yeah, it's
That's
the
like
most
the thing.
popular thing. Yeah.
Do you like tenderloins? Really?
Not really.
Into that? Are you a big tenderloin person?
No, but I eat a lot of them.
Okay.
We served them at the bar, so it was
Yeah,
like
it's
constant.
like-
All day.
Yeah.
My mom used to make them, and she pounded them out flat and did the cracker thing.
Yeah.
But they were a little bigger.
Normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of
And
it's
these-
stupid. It's excessive.
And then now, if you eat a tenderloin in Indiana, the
Looks
thing
like a
is-
really big girl that's still wearing pants, but it has a standard pocket on it.
I've never heard anybody describe it like that.
Yeah.
What was that again?
It's like a big girl that's wearing regular pants, but it still has a standard little pocket on it. 'Cause
Yes.
the little buns on those giant.
Because the tenderloin will be twice as big as a dinner
Yeah.
plate, and then the bun is like something
Yeah.
from White Castle.
Like, why put a fucking bun on it? I'm just
It's-
gonna
Yeah.
fold it in half and eat it like it's a fucking
killing me. So yeah, I don't care for that. And then I had a few of those, and then now I just like them grilled. I don't like the crunchy crap.
I don't get into a whole lot of pork,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
So,
Not into pork.
not a whole lot. A
Bacon though.
little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Just on some stuff here and there.
I know we got off here, but I gotta ask, what do you think? What are they doing with the pig's blood? What is that for? What do they make that?
It asked that question, and so I looked to see what they
Yeah,
said, and
what's
they
up with
use
that?
it for flavoring
Okay.
of other products, and then
Gummy bears,
Yeah.
Oh.
probably.
Somebody commented a lot of makeup, and then went to the referral of Carrie, the movie
Okay.
Carrie.
Okay.
It was on its way to Glenn Danzig's house for a ritual.
Mother. Well, I never. Yeah, who knew? Pig's blood.
Yeah. I know.
Okay, that's why there was 100,000
55
gallons.
gallons. 55,000.
55,000 gallons of
No,
pig's blood.
55 gallons.
It was just 55 gallons.
I don't.
It has to be 55,000.
Okay.
In a truck. Or,
5,500
In a
ish.
semi?
55 gallons is like, who cares?
Okay,
That's nothing.
55,000.
That is the Glenn
gallons.
Danzig's house.
Yeah,
like,
it's just a barrel.
regularly.
Yeah, that's just a reserve
that's a normal
barrel.
thing. So you've never been chased at a zoo or a petting zoo by a goat?
No.
Harassed?
No.
I was harassed by a goat once when I lived in the country. I don't think I told this story. Did I told the story about riding the bike past the guy? Okay, so I used to live out in the country. And on Saturdays, I wake up and take off and ride my bike from the middle of nowhere where I lived to this little town that wasn't very far away, but it's all county roads, very quiet. So the first day I did it, I went down from the house, and when you come over the crest to go down this hill and back up, there's a goat in this person's yard all the time. They had a couple chickens out there. You drive by and see them, whatever. As I'm driving down, that goat is doing something. It looks up, and it starts running right at me. So I'm like, screw you. And I went really fast, but I still had to go uphill. And I get uphill, and then it's like the kid from knocking over the garbage cans on Friday.
Yeah.
I was like, no, stop it, stop playing. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And so I'm laughing at this goat. I take off. I go to this little town, get a drink of water. I come back. I'm like, ha, ha, ha. And I'm ready to race him again. When I get to the crest of the hill coming back, that bastard is in the middle of the road. It's standing there. It's just standing there
like, come get
waiting
it.
for
It's
me.
waiting for you.
So I went down nice and slow, stopped, let him badger me a bit, call me an asshole, the stuff he had to do, and just waited for the right moment, and then took off. Went up the hill, got away from him. So I've been
Wow.
chased by a goat before.
Wow.
I've been chased by
He's
dogs,
he's
but never
butting into the bike.
never goats or any kind of farm animals.
Yeah, but this is a ram, so it's like 5 times the size of the goat, and the horns are much larger,
And it's completely wild.
and it's completely wild.
Yeah.
I just gotta wonder too, at this age,
Why?
how about
Why not
cats?
goat?
How
Yeah.
about cats?
Yeah.
Why not cats?
I mean, just this is a little.
You
I mean,
got-
it's dangerous being around horses, I guess, too. But
Yeah.
a ram is a little bit different than a horse or a cow or a steer.
I mean, if you just fall down and shattered, I can only imagine what a ram did to you.
Oh my god! So man, that is just a.
Because it's probably fucking one of them up, and then the other one was coming to save it. And then
Exactly.
it got fucked up.
And they got trounced. Also, a good reason. I think in New Zealand too, they are big like non-gun people. But there was a time
Yeah.
when man having a gun at the house probably would have helped.
Well, I mean, also those depending on what breed of ram it is, they're very like territorial.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or if you're messing with something that's in their area, that's their area.
I've only seen rams on like the nature shows,
Yeah.
and I've seen what they do to each other.
Yeah.
And I would never want to be near
No.
any of that.
They'll hit you like a truck
That's what I mean. God,
with just
these
with just their
guys.
head.
Sorry, I would have liked to found the pictures, but I couldn't find them for you guys. Ugh, God, it's gross. This next one, Pottstown, Pennsylvania. I've been to Pottstown, Pennsylvania.
Really?
Hello, Pottstown, Pennsylvania. My wife's grandma lived there, and her dad lived in Phoenixville, which is just outside of Philadelphia.
So that's like in between Hershey and Philly.
Yes,
Up through there.
that is
Okay.
correct.
Yeah.
Went to Hershey too. Went to
Yeah.
all that. Pottstown, kind of, it's small, kind of, it's villagey, kind of thing. So this complaint against this guy Lawrence Kozak. He was a former pastor. He says weird. It's how people write.
Yeah.
Karen, you're in a Catholic church. You're not a pastor in a Catholic church, right?
Yeah. We don't
have to be
call
a
our
priest.
Well, yeah, priest, but I think sometimes you can use the word pastor.
Okay,
But
it's
generally,
interchangeable.
On the outside, you would call him a priest, but maybe, you would say our pastor.
Oh, so you can say it.
I think so.
Okay.
But generally speaking, I think in the news, they definitely would use the word priest because it's more.
Well, that's the thing. The title that
Yeah.
you saw said priest, and then it gets in here and starts
it
saying
says
pastor.
Yeah.
I just-
And Catholics can gamble, so I don't know where you think we can't.
No. Okay, so thank you for letting me know that the joke didn't fully go through. Okay, so what I was saying is that he was playing these games, and remember it says that it can't award you any real money,
Yeah.
but you can spend real money to play it.
Right.
And that's when these Catholic people knew that he wasn't a Catholic that knows how to gamble, but a Southern Baptist that aren't allowed. Only a Southern Baptist would be playing a gambling game that you can't win any money on. No Catholic would do that. You guys play bingo and stuff where you might win some money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the-
this guy.
oh.
There's the.
Ah.
There we go. That's okay. Maybe a new show I could do explaining what the hell these things are.
Maybe we do need earmuffs.
You know what? We're working on that. We need that, but that's okay. But this guy, what he did, he spent on his own money on his Apple ID.
Yeah.
$214,000, so almost quarter of $1,000,000,
Right.
and just under 44,000 that was on the credit card from the church. So
does
he'd
that
already
even make
spent
sense?
his own money. I mean, way into this shit. Okay.
That's crazy.
So again, these things I showed you, you spend your money for credits and you win, but you just win like more credits or a picture
Yeah, you
or a
don't get a
JPEG.
cash
You
out.
don't win any money. In an interview with the investigating detective, Kozak reportedly described spending money on his slot apps not as gambling, but rather as, let me do it, powering up. Powering up the laser. Powering up.
Powering up what?
How old is this priest? Tell
This
me
guy
he's
is
80.
no, he's not
90.
80. I think I think it was like 50s. I mean,
Oh
he's
my
not
gosh,
young,
how
and he's
an
not
idiot.
really, he's not 80. 60s maybe. A review of his Amazon account also found that the parish card was used for gifts for his goddaughter, like an Amazon Fire tablet and a chemistry set. So, dude, this guy's a fucking dick.
Yeah.
But he spent his own 200 grand on that, on these games.
Must be nice to have that kind
What
of throwaway cash.
Yeah, gamble, do drugs, have sex with people. What are you getting from this?
I could hook him up on FanDuel. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're playing a game where you can't even. How do you get that locked into those? They're
don't
popular.
know.
People
Yeah.
play this shit like all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Reading this story again. This is why this is great to learn this. I thought that you could win
Like the reason I
money
don't,
back.
Like the reason I don't play most of that stuff is because you don't win anything for it.
Yeah, see, I thought that all those people actually were playing. You put in your credits,
No,
and then you win
gamble.
back credits, but it's money. It's a way not to say
I gamble on the real shit, and they have to verify your location before it goes through.
Okay,
That's what
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
so yeah, I I don't know, man, how you would spend that much money of your own money on something where you don't get any.
You have nothing else in your life going on either. You're just at home on the iPad, just fucking all day.
So
listening
again,
to jingles.
if you're out here watching this and you think your life is trouble, whatever, come on, you're
I
way.
mean, if you want to waste 200,000, you could throw it my way. I'll figure out a way
Hell
to burn
yeah,
it
that
up
guy
for you.
spent it was a quarter of $1,000,000 of his own money. Good lord. So he
That's like a low. You could buy like a low level Ferrari for what he spent on a fucking.
yeah,
Or
but
like-
at home.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, oh Jesus! So this guy, the trial is this week. So, but I think it's going to be nice and quick, and
Yeah.
he's admitted to it already. And there were, I didn't do it, but there was emails over this guy. God bless his saintly soul. But he was like, "Hey," there's like an email like, "Hey, sorry that the books aren't right. I did some borrowing, but I'm paying it back. Thank you for your patience." And he sent that to like the head Catholic person, like just telling on himself.
The accountant.
Like, you're done.
Oh my
But
God.
and the accountant, and it was in there. It was like, you need to get this stuff figured out. I really don't want to see your name in the paper. Is what the lady sent back to him, and it's too late. He's gone. He's
Oh
gone.
my gosh.
But also,
terrible.
man, God, get a real vice.
Yeah.
God, drink or something. God, Catholics drink and party and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with this guy? Again, Southern Baptist.
You could probably have opened a brewery for that much. Shit.
Shit, yeah.
Are you kidding me? He absolutely could have. $250,000.
Yeah.
Mission Local. This is the funky. This is the one I told you was a weird story. Each year, hundreds of people die in San Francisco whose kin can't be related, or they can't afford it. And so, what happens when these people, or maybe they're homeless, or that type of thing? So, these people, I told you I found this story, and it was it's Mission Local, which is like a local newspaper thing for San Francisco area. And then when I read this story, it was one of like a 3-part mega story about how this all works. So when they don't, like I told you in the joke, that is real. They cremate them and they scatter them out in the Bay, San Francisco Bay. The only time they don't do that is if they get somebody who is Jewish or Muslim, and then there are entities in that town that will come take whoever those people are and put them through whatever burial rites they need and
Right.
bury them their way. So those people get taken care of. But it's over 350 this past year. So neither Houston or the San Francisco office, the Medical Examiner, could provide details about the dead who wind up unclaimed, their ages and ethnicities, and how they died. In 2021, 22, and 23, the office saw 378, 384, and 355, respectively.
Wow.
All COVID.
That's up from 180 to 200 in 2004. Well, as some of that, and maybe the edge of it, some of it, but it's mostly due to the numbers of San Francisco's unclaimed dead have unsurprisingly increased alongside overdose rates and death
Yeah.
amongst the homeless people.
Yeah.
It's that stuff. But it's up from, in 2004, it was only 180.
Who would have thought drugs kill people?
Yes, especially
You know,
fentanyl and
Yeah.
crocodile and
whatever else they got out there.
yeah. So that's the deal. Skyrocketing funeral costs are also a factor. Okay, so funeral poverty is a real issue. It's an open secret in healthcare. Family members are at the bedside until the moment of death, but disappear and won't claim the body. They don't have the money, and then it does fall to us. So there's some people who just don't have, because also it's in California, and if you think it's
I
expensive
mean, like
to bury
the
somebody
cheap,
here,
Like the cheapest thing here is like $6,500, $8,500. So I could only imagine
Yeah. So out in
Yeah.
San Francisco, there's more
20,
taxes.
30 grand.
it's a huge deal, and nobody has any
crazy.
money for it.
Yeah.
And then especially if you're a person with just some friends, I lied. I didn't bring the picture. I should have brought the picture of the guy on the front of this thing, but he's a guy sitting in this thing. But I'm just thinking it's because him and his friends didn't have $50,000, to take care of anything.
Yeah.
And so they do this.
Also, I'm like, the person that's dead, that's their bill.
True, it's kind of hard to get it now. I
Yeah.
mean, there's nothing you can do. But the good news is that this city at least is doing something,
That's something that at least,
and not just
that's something at least that the government should cover.
that's
If
well. I
it
mean,
was going to cover something, if you ain't going to cover anybody being healthy, at least cover them getting buried.
well, cover them being buried is good, just because the alternative would be, I mean, what, you're just gonna leave them out somewhere and then
Or doing what they're doing now and just
Crows come by.
that's what I'm saying.
throwing them all in Folgers jars.
That's our most moderately
Donnie
priced
loves-
receptacle.
Donnie Love Bowling.
So good to know that they're at least taking care of it. But I guess in the big cities, or sometimes another part of the article, people who have moved from states far away
Right.
and saying like, "Fuck you, mom and dad, I'm going to Frisco," and then they live there for 15 years and don't talk to the parents or the family, and then they die out there like, "Hey, do you want to come pick up Johnny?" And they just hang the phone up. He left here years ago. I
Or
don't
half of
claim
the-
him anymore.
Half the poster boards you see that got runaways on them are probably out there getting cremated.
That's what I mean. You
Yeah.
never know. So you will be taken care of if you go out there. There will be a final resting place for you. But that was when I was looking up stories like,
It might be a seabed, but you'll
where's all the unclaimed bodies go in Frisco? Find out. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. And the last one from the stories from this morning from the UPI. I'm telling you what, the UPI, okay, it should just be called the Guinness World Records. I mean, every day I look on there, it's just another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Unusual People Institute.
And by the way, too, just the other day, I saw the Hug and Tree record story
Yeah.
Yeah.
on another show. Our joke was better.
Our joke was better.
Oh, yeah. Well, because again, this thing, everything has to be Nancy Pelosi or something. Yeah, it's got to be, yes.
Fluffed and soft.
So this guy, you saw him, Adam Lopez, big dude, the big
Yeah.
dude in the pool. He has type 2 diabetes. Okay. And so Lopez bested the current Guinness record by 4.5 minutes, but evidence from his attempt still needs to be reviewed by officials. You're fucking what? Did this guy go to bed again? Like a person taking a piss all night and whatever? Like, oh, he's gonna be in the pool for over a half hour. I gotta take a nap.
That's
Weren't
the
you
same,
there?
That's the same dude.
Son of a bitch.
That's the same dude.
It's from England.
Yeah.
What a dick. God, what you watched him do it. What do you want to do?
Nigel never shows up to watch my records.
He does that. Never ever. You stood there and watched him do it. Did he do it or did he not? Oh my God. So
I don't know. He was wet. He got out of the pool. Looked like he did a good job.
started exercising, James, because he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is the type that you get from not great health, not eating the right things, not exercising enough, and you can fix it.
That's the one I always like. You bring on yourself one.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you can fix it too.
Yeah.
You can just eat right and change it, and you're totally fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
Type
right.
1 is that you're born with it. Okay. The record attempt raised money for a 5-year-old girl named Grace who was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy. So he's trying to do something nice for somebody, raised a lot of money for them, and if you have
That's a shit disease right there.
yeah. Did you ever swim like on a team?
No, my boys did,
Yes, your boys are swimmers,
but no.
but you didn't, James.
No, I didn't learn how to swim
Didn't
until
do that
later
kind of
on.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I did later too. I was like an adult where I learned to do freestyle
Right.
and stuff like that. So it's man, it's a workout.
Yeah.
You can have a pool and you
Oh,
swim
yeah.
a mile in a pool, and you're hot. But also walking in a pool, that's what the older
Oh,
people
yeah.
always do is the resistance. So
They had me do that whenever I fucked my knee up because I wouldn't have any pressure from actually like slamming down. I wouldn't have impact pressure.
Yeah.
So
Right.
they had me do the pool.
Easier on your
When I was in,
joints.
like physical rehab or whatever, physical therapy.
Yeah. It takes all the impact out
Yeah.
and offers a resistance to build your muscles.
Oh, yeah.
My son asked me, I told him about this. He goes, well, how many is the YMCA? Now it's something different, but how many are in there? And I forget because I've swam over a mile before in there. I was doing some stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I think I forget. It might have taken me like a half hour to swim a mile.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's I also couldn't do the flip turn.
You can?
I can't.
That's awesome.
I can't.
Oh,
Can't.
fuck you.
I attempted it. Yeah. Actually, wait a minute. I kind of could, but are you ready? I could only do the flip turn on the
deep
The
side.
deep side. Yeah.
Yeah, the other side.
That side's a little short down.
Beach
It's
like
like
a
a
whale.
foot and a half. Like I can't flip like that. And I would sometimes flip and you get in a weird way and it's weird. But swimming is kind of fun. And then the one time I was swimming in there in the morning, I went in at a different time and it's called the Core Community Center now.
Yeah,
It's called the YMCA. And they only had 2 lanes open, but there were people in them, but you can then split the lane. So I got in with this person and I'm swimming and I'm right behind him. And so in swimming, just like running, especially biking or in racing cars,
Don't stop.
well, if you're right behind someone, it creates like low pressure and it's a draft.
easier for you
and
to
it's
do.
easier.
Yeah.
So man, I'm like on the heels of this person in front of me, man, and you get swimming, you're under there, and you're just like talking to yourself and stuff, and then all of a sudden, got to the end, and these 2 goggles came. Woo! They'd already done the flip turn. I wasn't like paying attention, like talking to myself under the water, and man.
Almost
Right
head
past
on.
my head, man. Like, whoa. Okay, let's ease off and maybe a
Space them
a
attention.
couple feet off this person's rectum. I should
You almost ate ass.
yeah, maybe follow that close if it's an actual mile
Yeah.
pool
It
that's
would
a
have been a
mile
clean
long,
ass.
not when it's a few yards back and forth. So good for this guy. But yeah, I think I swam it in like 30. So he ran it in 35, jogged it. Got me thinking, how long would it take me to jog a
Yeah.
mile in a pool?
You need to try it.
I don't know. Maybe I
Over
could
how
do
many
it.
days? That's what it would be. Over how many days?
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, there's the stories for the day. That was fun. And we're almost halfway through the show. Sponsored by Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia. And the weekend's coming up. So lots of tasty stuff for the weekend. Big thing coming up this weekend is the Kentucky Derby. So maybe you're having a Kentucky Derby party. You could get some. He's got, and let me tell you, of anyone around Central Indiana, the best quality cuts of horse meat you will ever taste. Fabulous. The young stuff. He's got fillies and also pigeon fillets that are just, I mean, I'm telling you, they melt in your mouth. Okay. Really good stuff. But you can also try the chicken or the fry pies or things like that. So the Kentucky Derby's coming up. Now, do either of you care about any of that?
No.
I love horses.
Okay.
I'd like to go.
Have you ridden a horse before? Are
Yes.
you, okay. So did you grow up with horses at your house?
No.
You
I
know-
didn't grow up with them, but
You have a family member that had them? Like you went to their house?
she didn't. My aunt did not get a horse until much later in life, but she's always been in love with horses.
Been like a horse
And
person?
I love horses.
Okay.
But I've never owned one. I've ridden several, and I'm horribly allergic to them.
To horses?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, horribly. Like the hair or the dander or whatever.
Of a horse?
Man,
I've never heard of that before in my life.
horribly allergic.
Okay.
Like I've had my whole face swell and my
then.
eyes like get gel from like
Now keep in mind if you're listening, just a minute ago you said, I love horses.
I
Right.
do.
That's
I
how
love them.
that's how the paragraph started. You're like the old people from the Muppets by the end, man. Like, well, my head swells and my uterus
You know that-
prolapses and like,
you know
gee.
that,
Like God.
you know
stay-
that gel around spam.
Yes.
It covers my eyes. I can't see.
Let's
so
not,
now I
let's-
take Benadryl before I go, and I,
think you
can
should-
get through it.
I think you should watch the Kentucky Derby on television.
Yeah, I think I quit riding horses.
In television, in a bubble, actually. Stay away from horses, Karen.
I love
wow.
horses.
Well, they just don't love you, man. They're trying to kill you, is what it sounds like. So you're not into the horses. For me, I've been to Churchill Downs several times, where I spent most of my childhood near Thanksgiving, because we had our Thanksgiving on Saturday. So my parents were older, much older, and they were like retired people. I mean, I think
Yeah.
my mom had me when she was like 44. Okay, like way, like I grew up with like grandparent parents.
Yeah.
But so every Thanksgiving, in like middle school, everybody else is at their families are doing whatever you're doing. I'm at a horse track in Kentucky with like 12 other people who are all sad. It was awesome. Man, it was great. So I learned a lot. I could tell you, I used to tell people I can't properly do geometry, but if you show me a horse racing form and all
Yeah,
the tiny
with the
numbers, I
odds.
know everything that every
Yeah.
number means. I know it all,
Cool.
backward and forward.
I like
it's a lot of
that.
fun. A lot of fun. The horse racing is fun. If you ever get a chance to go, that's something live. You did your high day about fun stuff. Go to a horse track.
I love it. Horse
so
tracks
nice.
are great. Yeah.
And if you
It's
go
fun.
to most horse track, there's one. If you're an Indiana person, there's one in Shelbyville, not very
Yeah.
far away.
Yep.
But the one at Churchill Downs, if you're close to Kentucky, it's beautiful. But the thing is, when you go, when it's not the Kentucky Derby day,
Mm-hmm.
wide open, tons of space. You can sit anywhere you want. You could go and sit right at the finish line and watch them cross. You can sit inside. It's just very laid back.
Right.
It's very laid back, easygoing. And if you like the animals like you do, but I won't suggest this for you, at all the places, the paddock is open.
Right.
And you can walk back there. You could talk to the jockeys. They'll say hello to you. You could, hey, how's it
you-
going? How you feeling today?
Can
watch
you
them.
pet the horses?
Some you can get close enough to pet. Churchill Downs, you cannot get close enough to pet.
No.
But you don't need to be touching the fucking horses. I'm not when your eyeballs swell up. I love the. You'd be swallowing your tongue or something. Like, no. So I'll just tell one quick gambling story. So we were there for one of these Thanksgivings, right? And the thing is, on Thanksgiving, that is the last day that they're open.
Yeah.
Okay. For fall. It's because they start in like September and then they run until late November, and it's too cold in Kentucky to run anymore. So it was the last race of the season. Okay. It's a 2-mile race. Okay. So I didn't pay much attention to that. So I bet on this horse, and then I went up to like the second deck. You could pay like $2 and then be like up on the next deck. And there's no one up there, but that's where like people are sitting, like on Kentucky Day, Derby Day. That's where these people will be like millionaires.
That's the billionaire seating.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm up in the billionaire seating because there's no one there because people are with their families like they're supposed to be. But I'm at a track, and my parents are down on the lower level because they're plebeians. And I'm special. I paid the $2, got up there, very special, and I can see the whole track from up there. Well, they start from way back at the back, a place they normally don't start. And my horse takes off. It was the Wolf of Monticello. I'm that much of a gambler. I still remember. So the Wolf of Monticello takes off, and man, this son of a bitch. I'm up there dancing and shucking and grooving, man. And because this son, it's like 20 horse lengths ahead. These fucking thing. I mean, it's coming around. They're not even around the bend yet. I'm like, oh yeah, go. He comes past the finish line. I'm like, yes. And he keeps running, and the other ones do too, because they're gonna do another lap. And this guy finished dead fucking last. Yeah, I'm up there screaming. If there would have been phones then, and somebody would have been up there and put it over on me, viral city, dude. I was yes. Why is he? What are they doing? Why are they? Oh no! And then things
By
come
the
up.
second lap, they just passed
This
it.
idiot took off running like a sprint, and it's like a 2-mile race.
Yeah.
This horse finished last, not even close. All by myself up there. I was like, just quietly walked down, and now I share it with all of you.
By 22-1, I'm gonna go down and cry.
Oh my God, so terrible. Well, something else this Saturday, as promised on Facebook and other places. May the 4th be with you.
I can't even make the noise.
And I know that you two love Star Wars. Have you seen have you seen the original Star Wars movies?
Yes.
Did you watch those when you were
Yes.
Okay.
Girl
James,
Scouts.
did you
Yeah.
watch those?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you watched any of the ones, now hold on, that came out from like 97, the prequels, have you seen all of those?
Yeah, I went and watched them at the theater.
Okay. Have
Yeah.
you seen any of those?
Yes.
You saw that. Okay. I've seen all those too. Now, have you seen any of the ones that are like,
He's gonna start.
well, the ones that are
Have you seen
newer
any of these
than
new
that?
trash ones yet?
Yeah. Have you seen any of the
Yeah.
Disney ones
Yeah.
that are like that?
Yeah.
Have you seen them all? You
No,
have seen them.
I've like 2 or 3 of them.
Okay. You
Yeah.
might do pretty well. Have you seen any of these?
Probably, but
Solo
not
and,
like
the ones that came out in the past like 3
yeah.
or 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay. I have not seen any of these.
Okay.
I'm a person that I grew up, I watched it some. I remember, I was never like I didn't have the toys. I didn't
Yeah.
have posters or anything. Only reason I have even rewatched the prequel, the first prequel, I went with 2 people that liked it. I just
Yeah.
went along to go.
Yeah.
And I barely remembered watching the old ones. And I thought it was okay.
when they came back out with the first ones, but they were redone,
Oh, okay.
and they had them at the theater, and they'd have showings at like 2 in the morning, and me and all my friends would go over at like 2 in the morning. Back in like 97, 98, back when they came back out with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good
That
time.
makes it fun.
Yeah.
That was, back in the day when we went to movies.
Yeah.
So I went with friends. It was okay. When I rewatched them later, and the reason I rewatched them later, it was with my son because we were playing a video game, and it was the Lego Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So then we would do the different movie. I'm like, well, we should probably watch the movie before we play so you know
Yeah,
what this is. So I watched all those prequels. The first one, it's kind of, the second one is fucking terrible. It's a real. If you watched it, even and then the third one is actually pretty good. That's the one where, you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi cuts up one guy's hand.
No, Darth Vader cuts off. Luke
Yeah, see, that's
Skywalker.
how much I know. None of this matters.
Yeah, you're like everything you said. Everything you said is literally the opposite of what's true. That's the funny part.
No. The third one is good.
No, the second one's the best one.
No. Okay, here. You want to comment and win a shirt or something? Right
Fight.
here. I'm gonna die on this mountain. The second one.
Empire Strikes Back.
No. I'm talking about the prequel ones, man. Not those.
Oh,
Like the first one with like Jar Jar Binks is in it, man.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about that.
All three of those are fucking stupid.
Oh, see, okay, now we're on the same page.
Yeah, they're all bad.
Okay, so the first one, that's the one I went to a movie theater with people who liked it,
Yeah,
and then I can't remember what they thought. I just thought like, oh, it was okay.
yeah. 3/4 of the way through the second one, I was
Okay, yeah.
was
that
hard
new,
laugh.
yeah,
It
the
was bad.
prequel second one is the lowest one because it's like people like talking in the Senate, and it's a
Yeah,
lot of
it's just
talky and
crap.
not a lot of stuffy.
Yeah.
The third one has more action in it, and it's more like what you're used to. Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Those original ones, what we know as
Yeah.
those are all fun and
Yeah.
like exciting,
Yeah.
and it's a good time. So, yeah, okay. So I don't even know where I was there because I'm like, wait a minute. I know I don't know much, but that second prequel sucks. Okay, so here we go. Today, which is Saturday.
Phantom Menace.
Saturday is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Fans of George Lucas' iconic global phenomenon get to geek out extra hard on this pun-centric, nerd-friendly holiday. There they are. And if you can name that person, I'll give you $1.
One of the fats.
Eddie Fat, Joey Fat,
Bubba Fett.
Bubba. Stop it, James!
Damn it.
So we're going to play with you two Star Wars or not. Now, each one of these, you're going to decide whether this is Star Wars or not. You don't have to know what the not is. You just have to know if it's Star Wars
Okay.
or not. And you get a point for getting it right. And you get no demerits for getting it wrong. So we just count
yay.
correct answers. It's
I
like
can
a
still win.
standardized test. We just care about the correct answers, not the wrong answers. So, and these are characters from beloved Star Wars. Oh, absolutely. Go ahead. For beloved, the whole canon, as I'm saying. So there might be some in here that maybe you've expressed what ones you know and don't know. Maybe you might not be familiar with these, but you out there might be familiar with all these.
All right.
Star Wars has like tons and tons of cool characters and
Yeah.
vehicles and all sorts of shit. They just kind of wrote themselves into corners whenever they did their stories.
It's big. It's huge.
Yeah.
There's a lot there. There's the world is big. I know that the true story is when George Lucas went to the movie company, is that he had written like 9 of them already. And when he went there to pitch this idea in 1976, he picked the one out that he thought that they would
Would
say
sell it?
yes
Yeah.
to. So those prequels that came out in 97 or whatever, those were written years ago. All that stuff was done. He
Right.
finished it all. He picked the one in the middle, which is Star Wars, the first one. If you're like my age, it's Star Wars.
'Cause I had a friend that used to always have the Star Wars like novels. They were like books.
There's books,
Yeah.
comic books, graphic novels.
Because the art on the front of those were badass. They made all
the
the posters
and
out of
stuff.
them.
Yeah, and two, last thing before we move on to this fantastic game. And again, thank you for the compliment on that beautiful title card there. A lot of work went into that.
Well, I mean,
That's high impact.
If you do anything extra besides this, you get copyright infringed. And, yeah.
I'm waiting. That still counts as a comment. We'd love to give you a shirt and a $100 gift card.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So,
George Lucas ain't really working on this shit anymore. So if he's at home watching, feel free to send in some hate mail.
George, we'd love to see you. We'd love to hear from you, George.
Sorry I insulted you.
I don't think George is listening anymore.
No, he don't.
George is a millionaire. Well, he sold everything to Disney and made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billions.
So now they take that and do what they would, and they seem to be having trouble
Yeah.
with
Getting
it.
it going.
At least that's what the nerds seem to be saying.
Wow.
In a good way. Star Wars nerds, people. Okay. So Star Wars or not? See how
All
you
right.
do. All right. So we're ready here. First one.
I'll let Karen.
And it's
answer
the
first.
names of Asajj Ventress.
Oh, we don't
I
get
need
pictures.
pictures.
Yeah. I
What? No,
can't go
no, no.
without
Wait.
pictures.
You have to go from the name and decide whether this is Star Wars
Asajj
or not. I have
Ventress.
pictures coming. There's
Okay.
loads of things.
Okay. Okay.
So do you think
Asajj
Asajj Ventress is this Star Wars or not? What do you think, Karen? You're first.
Not.
Not Star Wars. What do you think?
I think it's like a leader of somewhere that's like a real country. I don't think it's Star Wars.
So it's not. So not and not. And now what I want you to do is you do have fingers. I didn't spend any money to do whiteboards or anything exciting. You'll keep track on your own hands. And maybe you out there can keep track in case they cheat. So be watching. Asajj Ventress, you say no, definitely not part of it. And you say not only no, but it's probably a person who runs a foreign country. It's probably a leader or something. This is Star Wars. There she is.
Oh,
It's a and
that's
later
from the Clone Wars,
James, there you go.
the
I don't know.
cartoon.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that is
If you showed me that, I would have said yes, but I don't know the names.
see,
Yeah,
that's the
right.
fun. That's
Lightsabers kind of
least-
give it away.
That's what I thought it
Yeah.
might be fun. Next one. Pujar Analyse.
Yes.
You say it's Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
No?
no.
Okay. Here we go.
Fuck
It's
you.
anal glide gel.
Anally,
Pujar Analyse. Yeah, and they sell it at Walmart, James.
sweet.
No.
Pretty cool.
You have to ask
Really?
for
They
it.
do.
You have to ask for it out of the cabinet. Though.
Ask for it by name.
You're
Pujar
serious?
Analyse, please.
It's under lock and key.
It says analyze me. It says it right on the can. It's right there.
Anal.
It does say it. That's their
Yeah,
their
that's what
tagline,
it
for
says.
God's sakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. so
Relaxing anal glide.
yeah. So it's not Star Wars. That was butthole gel.
It's still Star Wars related.
Yeah. So there you go. Let's try another one. So now, so far, it's you both had a point from. Oh no,
No,
you didn't
he's
get.
got
I
the
got it
point.
right.
It's 1-0. Okay, you get points for positive demerits. How about another one? Salah Adin.
No.
And that's just how I'm saying it. Again, if you're a Star Wars person and I'm saying these wrong, I'm so sorry.
That sounds like that girl that's married to George Clooney.
So you think it could be George Clooney's wife?
I'm gonna say this is not Star Wars.
Not Star Wars, Karen. Not. Okay. Nice one. Point for both of you. Salah Adin gained recognition as a rapper in Arabic and Dutch in the 90s, broke through with a large audience in 2006 when he signed Dutch hip hop label Top Notch. Joe Biden that at the end. Sorry.
Wonder what his song was.
Don't know. But
Duh.
but boy, it was a lot of fun looking these things up and trying to
I know
So
it.
good job.
I just
Nice
know.
work.
I just know Adina is it's an Arabic last name.
Yeah.
It's very like Persian.
But be careful because these new Star Wars names weave in all sorts of
Oh
new
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, there is.
So be careful. Nice job. Everybody got a point on that one. 2-1. James is barely ahead. Biggs Darklighter. Not Dirk Diggler. That's how it's
Yeah, I
Dirk
know,
Diggler.
right.
Biggs Darklighter. Karen, do you think this is Star Wars related person? It does sound
It
very
is not.
pornographic. I'm not trying to sway you. Very pornographic. You say not Star Wars.
Not.
James Diggs Barclay.
That sounds like on Family Guy when Brian writes a story and his name is John Everyman.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no because it sounds like a Chinese knockoff name of a Star Wars character.
Sorry. This guy's a classic. Biggs Darklighter was a human male ace pilot who fought the Alliance to restore the Republic during the early days of the Galactic Civil War, which is the movies you know, the Galactic Civil War. This guy's a classic. Who knew?
I'm pretty sure he blew up.
It's waves
Right?
in the background.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he blew up. Right?
It did. Boring Koss.
Barind.
Again, if I'm saying these wrong, then I apologize. I'm sure there's people that are good, stupid. I'm never watching this show again. These people are screwing Star Wars. Karen, what do you think? Borin Koss or Borin Koss or
Cass.
Cass? Do you think this is Star Wars?
I'm just
not.
I'm just getting the grip that I'm not going to win this game. So
No,
I will
it's-
say yes.
This is Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
See?
No. That's okay. Well, we don't know.
This
You
is just pure. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is. So
Well, this is a delicious Dutch cheese
Again.
made from raw milk. Yeah.
I try that.
Yeah, and this is when I was in Amsterdam. Like I told you, this is one of the words I learned very quickly. And as you look at my beautiful body, you know, there we go. I learned the word "kaas" real quick.
Borinkas.
It means cheese. It's
Yeah.
just cheese. Or peanut butter is called peanut kaas. They call it peanut cheese. They're weird. Smiley Surrey.
It'd be Smiley.
Is it?
Yeah.
Again, all right. I do not know these people's names. I wholly admit I would never do well at this at all. So, what do you think, Karen? Smiley Surrey. Kind of almost sounds like
Yes.
Alexa's friend. Surrey.
Yeah.
This is Star Wars, says Karen.
I'm gonna say no.
No. I'll see. Now he's doing the opposite so he can keep his lead. So he's a smart competitor. No, this is actually one of India's most elite pole dancers. She was initially a Bollywood actress. And there she is, Smiley Surrey. Again, if you're in India, I apologize. I'm butchering the name. But yeah, I picked her out of the group because she's got some legs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Under
saying.
the eyes.
I know. But that's the only, she gets thinner later. She must have been pregnant there. Okay. Enric Pride,
No.
not a Star Wars.
It's Star Wars.
Oh, you know this one.
No, but it sounds like some. Yeah, it sounds like something would be a Star Wars name.
Oh, there you go. This is Star Wars.
Heinrich.
Heinrich Pride was a calm yet highly intelligent, ruthless general. Although Pride served for the order faithfully, he had a disdain for, I don't know.
Heinrich just sounds like
comedy.
A
He looks
very Nazi-ish.
He had a disdain for anybody not of the race. Okay.
Yeah.
He was like the original Nazi. All right, great. Jenazan Arbor. That
Can
sounds
he
very
go first?
stripperish.
I'll go first. Sounds like a porn star.
It sounds stripperish.
Yeah, it sounds very stripperish.
And I think I'm saying that one right for damn sure.
So
I
I'm
like
gonna
that some of
say
these names,
it is
they're
not,
actually-
not Star Wars.
Not Star Wars.
Not.
Not Star Wars. What's the score so far? You guys keeping track? What do you have?
I have 4.
What do you have? Okay.
I think I got 3 or 4.
It's 4 to fuck you. All right, then. 4 to fuck you. Jenazan Arbor, you both say not Star Wars. This is obviously some sort of stripper. Oh, my. Human female, deranged scientist from the planet of Vintrux. I'm sorry, this is definitely Star Wars.
No, that's Star Wars.
That is Star Wars,
It
man.
It doesn't look like a Star Wars blaster.
That's a Star War. It's a Star War for damn sure. You guys are doing great. 4 to 1. 4 to 1. Karen, there's plenty more. Don't worry. I loaded us up for Lichen Planus. Lichen Planus.
I'm going to say that is Star Wars.
He says yes to Star Wars. So what do you say?
Yes.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. This is a purple or white ring shaped pen. There you go. That's what Lichen Planus is, huh? That's not Star Wars. You both missed. Here's one that goes pretty close to that. Kit Fisto. Kit Fisto. Sounds great. Open up. It's Kit Fisto.
This is Star Wars.
This is Star Wars, says James. What do you say? Kit-
Yes, it's Star Wars.
Yes, Star Wars. You're both right. Congratulations. There he is. He's a practitioner of Shi-Cho, of course, and was considered to be one of the best swordsmen in the Jedi Order. His mastery of the blah, blah, blah. Again, you guys, none of this matters. But Kit Fisto. Yeah, if I was asking this is one I would have got because this is one of the little characters in the game that my son and I played.
Oh.
But Kit Fisto, telling you.
There was also a Fisto that was on He-Man Masters of the Universe. It just had a giant steel fist.
His name was
It's
Fisto.
Fisto. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, try this one. Fisto.
So that's a He-Man character. That is not
Is this Star Wars or not?
Masters of the Universe.
No.
No.
It's not Star Wars.
No, you're exactly right. It's a Fisto clenched fence dildo.
Oh my.
It's called the Fisto.
Take
There
your
it is.
best shot going elbow deep with
This extreme dildo.
This smooth, lifelike fist and forearm allows you to master the next level of large insertions. It fell in.
Yeah, it's fell in.
Previous episode.
Get all the length and girth your whole craves.
Need that cream from before.
You do. You can get Pujar Annalise, put it on your butt, and then get Fisto.
She seems happy.
She's just
do you
real
noti-
happy.
Do you notice on the bottom it's got like the suction cup? So what? You just lick it, stick it on a wall.
That's what it is.
That's it. Or you could stick it
Wow.
on this table that
It's
we
in the
have here.
shower.
And you could sit on it.
That's why they make it.
You
For
know.
the shower?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Because you're already in there and you're wet and it's easy.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys don't watch porn, do you?
No,
I-
I guess we
I
don't do it
don't.
enough.
I truly don't.
I'm too busy writing Fisto jokes.
Guess I'm a connoisseur.
I hear it's
Yeah.
great stuff. Is what I hear.
It's called watching game film.
Oh,
You get
yep.
better at your sport if you watch the game film.
Okay, gotcha. How about Lobaka?
Low box.
Lobaka. You maybe heard Chewbacca. I think everybody knows Chewbacca, right?
Where you buy a CBD there, right?
Yeah, Lobaka. Lobaka's Tobacco Town. Lobaka, Star Wars or not?
I'm gonna say yes, and it's probably one of those weird relatives of Chewbacca.
Okay, he thinks this is a relative of Chewbacca. Karen?
Yes.
Yes. Both of you say this is a Star War. It is a Star War. Lobaka, meaning dutiful friend, or Loey, was a Wookiee Jedi. Wookiee. Sorry, Wookiee Jedi. He's during the during the Yuzon-Vong War, which, I mean, I won't even go into.
Yeah, the Viet Cong were crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad that we've turned away from that time. It's good. Okay, he was the nephew of Chewbacca, the son of a bitch. Oh, okay. Again, this Star Wars shit. Mesosalpinx. Mesosalpinx?
Yes.
Mixelplex,
It sounds like that.
right? You know what I'm saying? Mixelplex. For the older
Karen
folks
says
in the audience.
this is a Star War.
Yeah.
No, this sounds like some other sores that you found on the internet.
You know
I'm gonna
me
say
so
no.
well.
Oh my God.
The mesophalanx is a portion of the broad ligament that stretches from the ovary to the uterine tube. So it's nothing. It wasn't like that penis thing. It's just a regular part of your body, Karen.
Hey, I wonder if that's where my problem is.
In your mesophalanx,
I'm just kidding.
could be in there. It's over there on the right. It's just this little part, like right there.
Huh.
There you go.
What do you
Live
know?
and learn. So it was not a Star War.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
fucking got
not
that.
a Star War. Luminari Unduli. I
Yeah.
think that's a
Star Wars.
Luminara.
Star Wars.
Luminara Unduli.
I'd say Star Wars.
It's a Star War. What do you say, Karen?
Yeah.
Both of you say a Star War. You're right. Does this person look familiar from any movie to you?
Yes.
She
Yeah.
looks
Okay.
like somebody that's got her shoulders up here. And
Yes. A no-nonsense Jedi Master Luminara fought in the Clone Wars. That's the prequel ones.
Yeah.
Such as Genosis and
So I watched the Clone War cartoons.
Okay.
They came on Fox in the middle of the night.
My son, the only reason I know a little
They're really good.
is the Legos, but then also we played a real great game. And again, your grandparents probably played this Battlefront and
Battlefronts.
Battlefront 2 for
Yeah.
PS2.
Yeah.
Okay, because just
They just
new to us.
They just remastered all of them for the new systems.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. So in one of them you can choose whether you want to play the Galactic one, which is like the Star Wars I grew up with,
Yeah,
or
or
do you
the-
want to play the stuff that's
That's
the
the new one.
prequel
Yeah.
stuff? So that Genosis and Kashak, I just know those as a place to play my video
Yeah.
games. But she perished during Order 66, and that again, I don't even want to talk about that today. It's too soon.
The Great War.
Naschoka or Naschoka, Naschoka, Choka.
Coca?
Naschoka. Sounds like fun. Sounds like
Yes.
something dirty. This is a Star War, she says.
son of a bitch, it is.
I'm going to say this is a rapper.
Okay. It sounds like a rapper.
Yeah. Nas.
Karen! Ding, 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 ding. Karen, it is a Star War. He was a distinguished Yuzon-Vong warrior. See, it bothers James.
The Viet Cong.
Yep. He was one of the war masters of his species. Karen, good job.
Thank
He looks
you.
like he's on Guar.
He does look like he could be back at the Guar.
Yeah.
He's the new guy running the
Sick.
keys.
Oh, you. This shit's great.
Grossines? Grossines? Again, if they're Star Wars stuff, I'm sorry to butcher your favorite thing. I'm learning too.
I'm still going to say no. It
He
doesn't,
says not a Star War.
it doesn't sound German
Karen,
enough
is
to be
that
Star
a
Wars.
Star War?
Yeah.
This is a Star War.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm,
Damn it.
it's how to say big tits in French.
Oh,
Yep.
there we go.
Like that.
Oh, that's gross scenes.
Gross scenes.
Oh my God.
Those are big ones.
Yeah.
And they're all
She's doing
natural.
all right.
That was a clip that from somebody. It's their thing for YouTube. The top 100 films with big boobs. Yeah, kind of fun. Learning some French. Doc Thong.
Mm.
Again, some of these names they use real world stuff and weave it in. So you never know.
Yes.
Doc Thong. Karen
I don't-
says
I
is a
don't-
Star War.
I don't know. I don't
Is it a
think
Star
so.
War?
I don't think so. No, I'm going to say no.
My kids had lasers upstairs. You should have let me bring them down. We could have done some
Well,
knockoff.
I'm sure that we'll find some other Star Wars related. We can do it. Are you excited for this one? You're shaking a lot. Maybe you really got to piss. Okay. Sorry, Doc Thong. It means a whore in Taiwanese. It means a whore in Taiwanese. Doc Thong.
More you know.
And it's fun when I'm
A
typing in.
promiscuous woman.
And again, how I found these is just fun.
The
Sitting at
complete
Google.
guide to Thai hookers.
I went
What
to,
you must know about sex and prostitutes before coming to Thailand.
and I think, well, who didn't have this at their
They
house?
spelled coming wrong again.
Who did this at our house? I mean, we had we went to the bathroom. We had a Reader's Digest, and it's fun going through their humor and uniform. And then I'd eventually get down to the Thai hooker guide, and I think we all had that.
Well, I mean, Doc
grandma-
Thong.
Yeah, Doc Thong.
Noun, adjective, verb, intransitive, vulgar, idiom. I mean, come on.
A promiscuous woman or harlot.
It's an extremely vulgar insult.
it was fun finding these because I had to type in stuff to Google, like, what's a weird Taiwanese name for a whore? Yeah, I mean, it's,
I just like how every bit of it is in some sort of parentheses except for promiscuous.
yeah, I don't know where I got this or where I stole it from, but yeah, they're weird with the yeah. Last one.
Oh, that's easy.
This is one so I can give everybody a point in
that's
case you
Star
guys are
Wars.
sucking balls. So, yeah. So
Yes.
we're all agreeing it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Cool. Fantastic. No, it didn't. It's Princess Leia is a woman that's on X Hamster. There she is. Pull out that one on the bottom. You didn't even want to see what she's laying on the bed doing on that one in the corner. But yeah, that's Princess Leia. She's not a Star Wars. What was your final score?
6.
6-5.
I think you got 6 to 7.
I don't know. I lost
6
track.
to 5. It was a close race.
That's 4 in a row at one point. I kind of lost track.
Thank you for playing Star Wars or not. It was so much fun. Now it's over.
We're gonna do Barbies next time.
You do a game. I
And
would
I'm
love
gonna-
that.
I'm gonna win
Is it
it.
Barbie or not? Let's smell it first. I know what you girls do with Barbies.
But I still win.
Yes, you might Barbie
No,
me.
they got sharp edges that would hurt.
I
Some
know.
of them do.
I think I told you a lady once I taught with a long time ago was telling me that's what she did when she was a kid.
She masturbated with a Barbie?
Yes.
Oh, that's
She would
gross.
rub their heads right up in that bean or whatever, man, and she's like, so mine always kind of smelled. You say weird shit when you're at recess duty. We're all drunk.
Now she buys rubber fist
It's
off
okay,
the
we're
internet.
drunk. But I'm sure she's not the only one to masturbate with a Barbie head.
No.
Come
No,
on.
she buys shower fist now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or Fisto.
Fist down.
Stove.
Not Kit Fisto, just Fisto. Well, hey, that's the end of the show, and all that fun fisting has been sponsored by Wilson Farm Market right here in Arcadia. Fry Pies Chicken this weekend, of course, the Kentucky Derby, so a good time to party. Or maybe you are going to. There are, if you look it up on anywhere, there is all sorts. If you are really a Star Wars person,
Yeah. yeah.
everywhere, dress up stuff.
The
There
fact
is-
that it's on a Saturday. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so go out there, have a good time.
Have a
Maybe I'll
driver.
watch one of the movies. I don't know, one of those things, but that's the deal.
Get
But
your
we're-
nerd on.
Get your nerd on. Get out there, and thank you for playing. Rewatch. Also, be sure to check us out on the YouTube Shorts. Check that out. Also, be sure to leave a comment somewhere for the month of May because you could win the $100 gift card and the shirt as well. That's what we're doing. And now it's time to head away for the weekend. And before we go, Karen, anything you're doing exciting on the weekend? Anything you want to say before we go?
Nope.
Okay, good. Nothing to say. James, do anything exciting this weekend? Is this a fun
Not
weekend?
really, but if you have the time, watch Star Trek. It's better.
Okay.
Ha.
He likes Star Trek better. Star Trek, Star Wars. Very good. And I would say enjoy them both. And if you want to get in an argument about it, watch Trekkies.
Right? Yeah.
Because Trekkies in there talks to Star Wars
Yeah.
people and they start fighting and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Very good. So nothing exciting for me this
I haven't
weekend
heard
either.
I haven't heard that name in forever. That old, yeah, that
Trekkies.
show.
It's good. It's a good movie. So maybe next week we can talk about that. All right. So, well, have a good weekend doing whatever you're doing. Have a great weekend, whatever you're doing. Once again, thank you to Wilson Farm Market for the sponsorship, as well as Frankfurt Beer Works.
Frankfurt Beer Works.
Thank you very much. And so have a great weekend. We will catch you on Monday. Bill Gant reminding you to treat other people how you want to be treated. Lighten the hell up. And now you go make somebody laugh today.